Okay guys, I just want to do this video here, and let's talk about some brain-dead anti-gunners. Now, I've seen some dumb people in my life, and I've met some dumb people in my life, but as a whole, on the majority, anti-gunners are some of the dumbest people and say the dumbest things that I've ever heard in my life. I'll give you an example here. My cousin had got a Glock about a year ago. I believe this was his first handgun. And for Christmas this year, his wife got him a light and laser for the Glock. And, you know, he was real happy about it. And he posted a picture on Facebook. And someone that is related to him by marriage, his wife's relative, posted a comment after she seen the picture of his gun with the light and laser on it and said, "Deer hunting with that, are you?" Now this is a female. Said, "Deer hunting with that, are you?" So I come back on there and I post basically something like this. I'll paraphrase it. I said the Constitution had nothing to do whatsoever with deer hunting, and that that it was for protection of yourself against the government or those that may do you harm. Okay, something in the, and I went into it more detailed than that. I just can't remember right now, but I went into it a little bit more than that. And I'm trying to think here if she replied back to that one. I can't remember if she replied back to that one or not. So then, I believe it was like a 15-year-old girl that is related to my cousin's wife put on there something like, "Yay, cool looking gun," or something. So this woman then proceeds to type in response to her, "Wow, I never knew you were that aggressive." Just because a 15-year-old girl put, "Yay, nice looking gun," or "cool gun," this woman says, "I never knew you were that aggressive." So I gotta tell you guys, man, anti-gunners are some of the most brain-dead idiots I've ever seen in my life. Bill Maher, take him for example. A horse-faced idiot that makes no sense, with every statement that comes out of his mouth is like diarrhea. You know, his like a porta potty. Everything that he says is just total trash, you know. But yeah, and then, okay, so then what happened was, you guys are gonna like this. I got that woman pretty good. Let me tell you what I did. I looked up, oh, I know what else she said. She said to my cousin, who put up a picture of his gun with the light and laser, she put a comment saying, "Is it really that bad where you live?" So basically I said to her, I said, "Do you wear a seatbelt?" I said, "If you do, I should put, wow, do you really drive that bad? Are you that bad of a driver?" I said, "That's about as much sense as it makes for you to say, is it that bad where you live?" Let me tell you something. Not the majority of burglaries don't happen in the ghetto. The majority of burglaries happen where there's money and goods to be had. Where is there going to be the most amount of money and goods to be had? That would be in a more upscale neighborhood. So if you think you're immune from home robberies because you live in a good area, well, you're quite wrong. It's the opposite. You don't break into a home in the ghetto where the people that live there are considered poverty level, have an old car sitting outside that barely runs, that's 20 years old, and think when you break into that house you're going to find anything worth your time. No, you go out to these neighborhoods where they got the cul-de-sac and, you know, nice white picket fences, that's where you're going to get something worth your time. That's where you're going to get jewelry. That's where you're going to get goods. So, she said, is it really that bad where you live? So I posted that back to her about the seatbelt, and is she really that bad of a driver if she wears a seatbelt? So, you know, so then, there's some people like, you know, writing back and forth and, you know, and different things like that. So I go and look at her profile and I find out, guess where she lives? I could not believe it. It literally floored me. She lives, it said Current City, San Francisco, California. So I just was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I go back over to the original postings and I write a reply on all the postings under his gun picture that says, now it all comes clear. And then I put Current City, San Francisco, California, home of the fruits and the nuts. And she really didn't have anything to say to that. She posted something stupid about that I was mad about their baseball team winning 4 championships or something. I don't follow any sports, guys, at all. But she said something about I was just mad because the baseball team there has won 4 times or something stupid along those lines. But just brain dead. You know, these people are just totally incoherent. They have no idea. And that, unfortunately, that's the way people think. Oh, well, that doesn't happen where I live. I don't need a gun. I live in a nice home in a nice neighborhood. Why would I need a gun? See, those are the very people that need a gun. But, you know, then when something happens to them, they go, you know, they're going to have to crawl in a corner and shake like a leaf and call 911 and hope that there's a police cruiser in the area and the response time is quick. Because let me tell you something. If somebody's in your home, 2 minutes can be a lifetime. Get a stopwatch out and click just 2 minutes and sit there in silence and watch your stopwatch count up 2 minutes. If somebody, by the time you know what's going on, somebody's kicked your door and you call 911, and if they're inside the house when 911 connects, look at that 2 minutes on that stopwatch and think of all what could be done to you or your family in just 2 minutes. Now that is super quick response time, 2 minutes. I'm not saying that's when they're going to get there. It could be 2 to 20 minutes. But if the response time is 2 minutes to your home, barring everything's good, there's a police officer nearby, there's no other trouble anywhere else in town, if it was just 2 minutes, think of what could be done to you or your family in that time. And now, realistically, like I said, it's 2 to 20 minutes. So we all know what that means, what could happen. But people just don't get it. They just don't understand. And they say the stupidest things. Like, because somebody said they liked a gun, to post, I never knew you were that aggressive. What kind of an idiot are you? What kind of aggression is that? What kind of aggression is that? That a young girl put that it was a cool-looking gun? Where's the aggression in that? That's the way anti-gunners think. That's the way they are. That's the way they're programmed, especially out in California. I wanted to tell this lady, you know, you're so against guns, why don't you go over to Compton, Crenshaw, Long Beach, somewhere in downtown Los Angeles, and walk around some night. Then tell me what you think. Because you know what? All those towns I just mentioned, there's tons of gang members that have guns that don't adhere to California's law. So the law-abiding citizens are stripped of their rights, but not the bad guys. Now, some of these people, not this woman in particular, but some of these people, like Hillary Clinton, Barbara Boxer, which she's out of the scene now and she's not running again next year. So thank goodness for that. Hillary Clinton, Barbara Boxer, Bill Clinton, see some of these other, you know, fruits and nuts, let's call them. They're all 100% for abortion, right? Oh, it's, you know, it's a woman's right to choose. She can do what she wants. It's her body. A woman should choose, right, for the abortion. Go ahead and kill the baby. Go ahead and do whatever you want. Well, these same people are the very ones that want to restrict that same woman of her right to choose a firearm for protection and how many rounds the magazine holds so that she can feel protected in a home against, you know, 2 or 3 intruders that might come in. Isn't that ironic? Isn't it ironic? That same woman that they want to have the abortion anytime she pleases, she can't choose to have more than 10 rounds in her magazine in California or DC or Massachusetts. She don't have a right to choose how to protect herself. That right's stripped of. It's gone. And that's in the Constitution, not abortion. Man, I didn't know I was going to get on a rant tirade in this video, but I don't know. That's just some of my thoughts, guys. I'm tired, and I hope everything made sense because might have been a little bit choppy there. But all right, guys, until next time, this is H4T. Enjoy the rest of your day. Out.